Good morning and welcome back to Fly Tying Up Close. Yes, I've been AWOL, been fishing here in Oregon. The winter steelhead run is about over, so I'm back to the camera. Yes, that's my size 13 wading boot right there, and a nice 12-pound North Umpqua steelhead. Today we're going to talk about thread, and here are the threads I used most often. This is the original spool of thread I bought in 1963. I was 13 years old. It's size A nylon. We don't use size A nylon for anything but wrapping rods and maybe making the bodies of ants. But I grew up on the Gulf Coast. There wasn't another fly tire within 1,000 miles, so I didn't know what I was doing. These three I use for steelhead flies, and I use all three on a particular fly. This is small, medium, large, 70 denier, 3/0 monocord, and 210 denier heavy thread. Each one has its place in tying a steelhead fly. A good application for the 210 denier, which is just about the size of floss, is wrapping down something like wrapping down something like lead. The 210 denier covers the lead and makes a taper at the front and back of the lead readily. Small or even monocord takes a lot of thread to do that, but you can see how you're building up a nice taper in front of the lead or behind the lead to add other materials. But if we're going to add a tail to this fly, like some herl, we do not need 210 denier. So switch to a smaller thread, put your herl in, and get rid of the 210. You don't need it. Always use the smallest thread you can. Medium is really good for spinning dubbing loops. And if you already have the small, the 6/0 on your fly, just make a loop. I'm going to use a real short stubby loop. Make a loop, back wrap it so it's easy to spin. If you don't, when you spin, it's going to pull out or break. Back wrap it like that, clip off the butts. Of course this loop would be much longer, but I'm just doing this for demonstration. Add your spinning tool, add your material, spin it, wrap it, and then you can again keep going with your small thread. When you're adding eyes, the same thing. Start with small thread. If you want to cover with a larger thread, that's okay, but start with small. Let's take a look at a fly. The anatomy of thread throughout the fly. Here's a ugly old steelhead fly. We've already snelled the hook with 20-pound mono. To tie in the tail materials, all you need 6/0. To make the dubbing loop, all you need is monocord. To tie in the flash is small thread. To tie in the shoulder is small thread. To add the hackle is small thread. You can use mono to lash the eyes, but actually I use 6/0 there. You want to use the smallest thread you can on the head so it doesn't bulk. You do not need larger threads to tie in the wings. So 3 threads are used throughout this fly. They all have their place. Have a good day. Bye-bye.